lesson 4 of the Scratch thing, and we're going to be talking about data, operators, and if we have time, we'll talk about sound. So, review from last week. Last week we learned how to make new sprites. We learned more with pen. We learned how to create new backgrounds for stage. We learned how to animate your own new sprites. And we learned about event, control, and sensing blocks. The sensing blocks. Event, control, and sensing blocks. So, in today's class, we're going to be talking about data. Now, what is data? Well, data is just information that you gather from a program. For example, if you use information like in a Mario game that, if touching Goomba, then lose a life. The data is the lives. When you touch a Goomba, you lose a life. That's the data. Also, the current location of your mouse. Suppose you want to store every place that your mouse has been to, or every place that your sprite has been to. You can use data to gather all that information and then store it. The data in the program reflects on what is happening in the program. It's called a state. So, data in Scratch, there are lots of ways you can do data in Scratch. So first of all, the data palette is orange. So, I'll show you that quickly. So the data palette, as you might know, it's orange. It's on the right side. See right here? When you click data, you have this. And so data in Scratch. The data blocks are used to manipulate or store information. That means, like, if you have lives in Mario, you can say that if touching Goomba, lose a life. Also, you can store information like I was talking about, the mouse location. Data in Scratch is typically stored in a variable or a list. So now, like all that data you get, you have to put it somewhere. Like, how would you remember it? So the program allows you 2 ways to do that, and that Scratch allows you 2 ways to do that, and that's a variable and a list. So first, we're going to be talking about variables. So, what is a variable? Variables are like little boxes that hold information. Temporarily hold information. So a variable has 2 things, a name and a value. So in this box, the name would be age and the value would be 12. The values in a variable vary, as in the name, variable. When they varying means that they change from time to time. You can set different values in a variable. For example, before it was 12, now it's 10. The age is the same, but it just went down. So that would be my age, and 10 would be some of your guys' age. And to get a variable, you go to data, click make a variable, and name it. So if you just go here, right, and you click data, make a variable, and then you name it. So you can name it age, and then you click OK. You can either pick for this sprite only or for all sprites. See this? So you usually click for all sprites, but you can also do for this sprite only. And so that's a variable. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions on what a variable is? Alright, everyone good? So why do you need variables? Well, variables are used in almost every major project. Games, animations, you name it. For example, you can make it the number of lives in a game or the speed of a car. So you can say every time I click the up arrow, increase the speed. Every time I click the down arrow, decrease the speed. The value of the variable can change when certain conditions are true. So in Mario, if it touches Goomba, right? If it touches the Goomba, then the condition is true, touching Goomba, so it loses a life. You can also use it to store the input from a user. You can ask the user what they want to name a certain sprite, or what their name is. And at the end of the program, you can say, goodbye, whatever their name is. That would be the value of the variable. So you're storing that value till the end of the program, right? And you can ask the user what they want to name a certain sprite. So you can say, you can ask, what do you want to name the sprite? And if I say Mario, right, then above the sprite it could say Mario. If I say Luigi, it could say Luigi, right? So, anyone have any questions on that? Everyone's good? Right. So now we'll talk about the variable blocks. So there's 4 variable blocks: set, change, hide, and show. So set allows you to make the value of a certain variable when the program begins. So if you want to start off with Mario having 5 lives, you can set at the beginning of the program, say set Mario's lives to 5. You can also change the value of the variable. So for example, when Mario hits a Goomba, you can say decrease value of variable by 1 or -1. Or when the spacebar is clicked, you can go from 1 to 2. A monitor is what displays the variable and its value on the stage. So does anyone know what a monitor is on the Scratch user interface? Right. Let's show you. So if I click make a variable, I'm going to name it Mario Lives. Click OK. See right here? This is a variable. So if I say change Mario Lives by 1, it's 1. That shows the value of the variable. Back to this. Okay, so you can also hide and show the monitor off the stage. So if you click hide, it'll go off the stage, so the person won't be able to see the value of the value of the variable. And to show, you can make the monitor appear on the stage. So, anyone have any questions on that? And I'll quickly show you that. So see, this is set. You can set it to whatever number. This is change. You can change the lives by 1, -1, 2, whatever. See, I did 1, it became 2. This is show. So when show allows you to, if the monitor is hidden, you can make it appear again. So this is hide. So I hide the monitor. The value of the variable doesn't change. The user can't see it. The show allows, if it's hidden, then you can show it again, but the value stays the same. Any questions? All right. So now we're going to be building a program, and it's basically variables in action. We will be making a program that allows our car to speed up and turn using the arrow keys. So don't make this yet. I'm going to show you what the program is. So, right here. Right, so this is the program. So you can grab any transportation sprite that you want. I don't recommend using the rocket because that kind of messes up the program. But you can use any car or any other thing you want. Just don't use the rocket. That messes it up for some reason. And so this program, what it does is it's saying that when the left arrow key is pressed, turn 15 degrees to the left. When the right is clicked, turn 15 degrees to the right. And you can, this is like the turning of the car. And when the up arrow is pressed, change the variable, the speed is the variable, by 1. When the down arrow is pressed, change the speed by -1. So when when the green flag is clicked, we set the speed to 0 because we don't want it to move, just like that. And then we say forever move speed steps, because that's the variable. So whatever the value of the variable, that's how many steps we'll be moving. So if it's 5, we'll be moving 5 steps. If it's -5, we'll be moving -5 steps. And that way you can speed up the car and move it around. So now with your group, you can...
Show it in action.
Alright, I'll show it to you in action what it does. So see the value 0. See now the car's speeding up, I'm turning it. See? Now if I want it to go into the negatives, it's going into the negatives, speeding up. Now it's going into the positives. So that's what the program does. Now you can make it with your group and use the offline editor, please. And just after you're done, we'll give you 5 minutes for this. And after you're done, we'll see how it works. So work with your group and do it.
Okay, guys, remember, you need to have a spread.
Yeah.
Don't make the code, yeah. What if they want a download before car?
You go to the transportation. Could you? Yeah. You want us to use the spread out thing?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Can you help me?
Okay.
Available?
Yes.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, any transporting device.
Remember,
Does that count variable first?
Yeah, you have to make the variable before you start the program. So you can name the variable speed for all spreads.
Okay, now I'm taking this.
Alright, now
So
you're
it's
done with
right
this.
click
So
back
plug it
into
into the middle of you.